AEW Rampage beats SmackDown in the key demographic. 2 more matches have been confirmed for WWE Crown Jewel, and a special Raw event is said to be planned for 2022. More on that in just a bit. Andrew, I am sick of ratings. I don't understand them.
The numbers.
I don't know what's going on.
The numbers don't lie.
Well, apparently not, but numbers can be interpreted in many different ways, which is just... But the main takeaway that seems to be coming out of last Friday night, in the great words of Katy Perry, is that Rampage has beaten SmackDown in the key demographic, which is that crucial 18 to 49-year-old demographic, the youth.
The big one, the youth of today.
The 18 to 49-year-old youth. Yeah. Rampage did 100,000 viewers. SmackDown did 285,000 viewers. Did I say 100,000 viewers?
328,000.
Rampage did 328,000.
Yes.
SmackDown did 285,000. Rampage, of course, had the CM Punk match and that pre-show buy-in thing with Bryan Danielson and Minoru Suzuki, where they hate each other a lot and did lots of grappling. And also, SmackDown was a big show as well. It featured Brock Lesnar. It featured Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. What do you make of this? This is all courtesy of PW Torch, by the way, Pro Wrestling Torch.
I think part of me thinks that perhaps this was to be expected, maybe, especially with the buy-in stuff as well. You know, I think that alone was going to entice so many more people in. Where some people on SmackDown or with WWE might think, do you know what? I've seen this before. Let's maybe move over here to see something a little bit different. And I guess the excitement is still there for both Punk and Danielson as well, especially with Minoru Suzuki in there too. I think that's a good reason why people would drift on over to there to watch the wrestles on Friday night.
Well, Pro Wrestling Torch have some more details as well, saying that Rampage beat SmackDown on FS1 in one demo, tied them in the other key demos, but came up short of beating SmackDown in total overall viewership. Rampage did draw more overall viewers than the previous week's episode, and did beat SmackDown head-to-head in that 30-minute overlap, which we did expect.
Yes, of course.
So that's quite interesting.
It is interesting. What do you make of it?
I don't really know what to make of it at all, but there's been a lot of bluster on both sides.
Bluster.
Tony Khan's been firing his mouth off on Twitter, which is fine. You know,
you like Tony Khan?
Well, I love Tony Khan. No, I find him a bit odd, but I think I admire what he's doing. He's running a great wrestling promotion, in my opinion. But I disagree with the criticism that's been aimed his way by the likes of Eric Bischoff, of all people.
What's
Bischoff's
been
saying? Like, Tony's talking too much trash from the sidelines and stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know.
How does he have the audacity to say that?
So stupid.
He literally called out Vince McMahon and was like, "I just want to fight me."
Well, someone said that on Twitter, and then Bischoff, or one of Bischoff's fans, I can't remember if it was Bischoff himself, but the reply to that tweet was like, "Yeah, exactly," calling him out direct. And I'm like, "No, it's wrestling. Like, it's not real." Oh dear me.
Oh, wrestling. We love it. We love it.
WWE will be competing with AEW again this week, in a way. There's a huge block of WWE programming scheduled for this Friday. Just the way that things have fallen, really. So you've got Talking Smack at 10 p.m. Eastern on FS1, but SmackDown itself will also air on FS1 that night because Fox is airing Game 3 of the MLB World Series. Let's go Red Sox. And a SmackDown replay will air at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, which means that overall there's going to be a 5-hour block of WWE programming on the network. Talking Smack's going to go head-to-head with AEW Rampage on TNT. So, I mean, we can assume that if Rampage is doing all right against SmackDown, it'll probably be Talking Smack. Nothing
against Talking Smack, because there's some great segments on there. Paul Heyman's always doing good things on there, doing his little mouthy words.
Absolutely.
What am I talking about?
Words. No, you're right.
Mouthy words. But yeah, I assume that Rampage will probably beat out Talking Smack on this one.
Yeah. Now skipping from mouthy words to mouthy matches.
Yeah.
2 more matches have been confirmed for Crown Jewel this Thursday in the beautiful city of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Less beautiful than Jeddah, though, my favourite Saudi Arabian city of all. Why do I keep on?
I don't know.
2 more matches have been announced for the card. Andrew, please reveal to me what those matches are.
We've got Xavier Woods and Finn Balor competing in the King of the Ring final, which is awesome. And we've also got Zelina Vega versus Doudrop in the Queen's Crown Tournament finals too.
Now,
which what? Go on, tell me. Oh, we've got some Jack hot takes coming on.
Well, first of all, the Queen's Crown Tournament's been making a few headlines in a negative way.
Yes.
Because people seem to perceive it, well, I agree actually as it goes, that the matches have been really short,
very
inconsequential,
much so. Yep.
not a lot going on. And largely that has been true.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they remedy that with this final match. Yeah, I hope they do as well. On the other side of things, oh God, the pressure's on now. Because we all want Xavier Woods to win the King of the Ring tournament. But, I mean, you've got to say he's lower on the pecking order than Finn Balor.
Yeah, but I mean, just like... Woods has wanted this for so long, right? Even like before this tournament was announced, he was like, "Yeah, bring back King of the Ring. I want to be King of the Ring." Like, I feel like he was such a rallying force behind King of the Ring this year, and just he's such a good wrestler. He is such a good wrestler, and he deserves something.
How's he going to beat Finn Balor? Roll him up.
Get scissors out like Brock Lesnar did. Cut that top rope, and he's done for, isn't he?
Oh, dear me. Well, I really do want Woods to win. And part of me thinks he can, but the other part of me thinks they'll just have Balor win. So I don't know.
King Balor.
Yeah.
Prince no more.
King Balor or King Woods? Which one's going to...
King Woods.
Woods would be less annoying because it would just be part of the New Day shtick.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't do what every other King of the Ring winner does in the modern era and just take over their whole persona.
Like, what would Finn Balor... I can't see Finn Balor at least wearing
he'd be the
crown
Demon
and
Prince King.
He'd be the Demon Prince King.
Yeah.
I love that.
He'd be the
That's
Demon
what he needs. He needs
Prince
that. He needs that extra word on the end of his name to beat Roman Reigns finally.
Does.
That's what he needs.
The rest of the Crown Jewel card is as follows. We've got the Universal Championship match, of course, the huge one between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, or the Paul Heyman Derby, as a few people have been calling it to me on Twitter. The SmackDown Women's Championship triple threat match, Becky Lynch taking on Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. And with a few people switching rosters, I don't really know which way that one's going to go.
Yeah, me neither. It's going to be exciting.
But with people switching rosters, I do know the way this one's going to go. The WWE Championship match, where Big E will definitely beat Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Because Drew's going to SmackDown, guys.
Yes.
Come on. Edge versus Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell. Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley in that no-holds-barred match, taking revenge for Lashley's attack on his son. We've got Mansoor, who will beat Mustafa Ali because Mansoor doesn't lose in Saudi Arabia, which is fair enough. The Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro, taking on AJ Styles and Omos, a SummerSlam rematch, I believe.
Yes.
And those two tournament finals as well. Strong lineup on. This is the best card of any Saudi Arabian show.
Absolutely. And I just want to say as well, this horrible monstrosity on my face right now is in relation to a Crown Jewel video that will be going out later today. Just this. Look at this.
You've always got a facial
Yours
hair.
is fantastic.
You've always got a facial hair.
Yeah, but like the side bits
You've
are
shaved
bald.
the side bits down.
Yeah. Now I look just like an egg.
No, you
that's
don't look
fallen
like an
on the
egg.
ground
No, you
and just
don't.
rolled in.
Stop being silly.
Fluff.
Stop being silly. Now, I had to delve when researching this story because Tom found this story and I had to research it further because I wasn't quite certain what it was referring to. So I delved into the Twitter account that is WrestleTix.
Whoa.
And I was quite confused. I didn't quite know what was going on.
Okay.
But it was just a lot of figures and stuff. But basically, this concerns the Raw of November 29th this year.
Oh, okay.
And apparently WWE have slashed ticket prices for that event due to poor sales. So apparently Upper Decks were $30 plus. Some are now available for $15.
Okay.
The Raw in that arena has distributed around 3,000 tickets so far out of around an allocated 7,000 as per WrestleTix, which is only 44%. Now I believe if you go on the Twitter account, which isn't in my notes here, but I think this is right. If you go on the Twitter account and find that one they're talking about, the November 29th Raw, there's also an AEW event listed for a similar sort of time. Not trying to say anything. They've sold a much higher allocation of their tickets.
Yeah, it could.
Say.
Yeah.
Saying,
You're just saying. You're just saying.
My hair's got in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
And finally, Andrew Zarian is reporting that Retro Raw is set to return in January.
Yay!
No, friend. No. To that I say, remember how recent Retro Raws have been.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you on this one as well. Big time.
Because Andrew Zarian's saying that, Retro Raw is set to come back in January. And with Retro Raw recently, the fact that I'm so unenthused is that recently with Retro Raw, how do you just kind of describe the kind of often, and I like to think they wouldn't do it now, but they've often in recent years kind of buried the current roster at the expense of
the older
guys coming in. Like DX come in and beat up someone and all go, you suck, you suck.
But then Finn Balor got in there to do a too sweet me, bro.
Yeah, he was one of very few people who managed to
got out of it unscathed.
There was one right where there was like the good guys were getting beaten down by the bad guys. But the good guys were saved by like a weird mishmash of older guys they'd just thrown together. It was like RVD, Angle, like not Taz. No, it wasn't Taz. I can't remember who the four were, but there were four guys who were all single stars, and they just thrown them together.
Wait, we're not thinking about the Avengers, are we? Where we've got Hurricane in there, Sergeant Slaughter. Are we thinking of that one?
Maybe it was that, but RVD
I don't think that was a Retro Raw, though.
RVD's in the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember who it was, but it was like RVD, maybe Angle, and then like two other singles wrestlers as well, who came to save the day, and we were all like, oh yes, that classic combination. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this news video. Leave your thoughts on any of these stories in that comment section down below. We will be back for more news later on. Thanks once again. Andrew, thank you as well.
Thank you, Jack.
Oh, fantastic.
What a politeness.
And we'll see you very soon.